Hello, my lovelies, and anybody else that's connecting with me today. It has been more than a minute, I believe approximately 2 weeks, since I uploaded on this particular platform and on Instagram, possibly a week. Sometimes it's good to just take a break and detox and then regroup and come back to providing meaningful information, including adding value. So today I woke up thinking about goals and New Year's resolutions, and that's what I wanted to talk about with you quite briefly. I have been in the middle of traveling as well, so hence my missing missing in action. So let's talking about goals. I was thinking about how most of us have been brought up with thinking that New Year, as we're reaching the new year, that is the best time to actually think, this is when I'm going to change, I'm going to be better, and I'm going to wait until January. So I'm just generalizing and using the royal we, just in terms of outlook. And I believe that as a mass population, it's something that most of us are prone to believe, that New Year's is a time when you then think about setting new goals. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but what I believe is that in terms of setting goals, I'll just ask you a question: what about now and today, rather than waiting for January to happen? What is so significant and important about January or the new year? Because if you haven't taught yourself or invested in learning how to become consistent in taking action rather than dreaming or thinking about what you could potentially do in the new year, the likelihood, and why I'm pointing this out, is that the likelihood is that habitually you will become used to thinking that New Year is the best time, or next month, or when I have time, or I'm limited because of such and such. So it's putting limitations before even moving forward to achieving the goals. Okay, so what I focus on is basically visualization, mapping, and planning in order to see through the goals regardless of what is going on in your life, including being connected, identifying what is your true sense of self and motivating factor. And before you can even decide what sort of goals you want to be able to achieve, the biggest one, and what I like is from people who've studied this topic, Simon Sinek is somebody who comes to mind. He talks about your reason why and focusing on that and getting to a definitive solution. So if you haven't read anything from him, and I've mentioned this before in other live videos or videos that I've recorded, it is worth spending time and reading more about it. Because what I've found is that most of us find it challenging to be consistent in terms of being patient with time, in terms of being motivated and sticking to that motivation regardless of what's going on in life. So understanding your reason why, your key motivating factors, and your life purpose is something that will motivate you. So for instance, I've taken a break as an example. And I'm also continuously learning and challenging myself. But I decided to take a break. The break that I took, I could have just laid back and thought, oh, this is it, I'm not going to do anything else, I'm not going to come back. But there's always something that keeps me coming back to doing what I love the most, because it's something that I enjoy, it's something that I'm motivated by, and I have designed a reason, I have thought about the reason and purpose why, and designed a roadmap that is stuck in my head, and I visualize every step that I'm going to take and where it's going to get me to. Then the other thing I was thinking about as well, and I hope this is all resonating as well, I was thinking about is this thing about visualization. It's also helpful to be very clear about your vision. So when you see things, not to cast them away, is to write them down, especially if it's something that is going to add meaningful value, because that is where your potential talent and skill lies. This is where you'll be able to easily manifest for things to come into reality, rather than following somebody, for instance, or imitating somebody, because that's an external source or an external factor. What you want to be able to is draw from your source, from internally, and from your vision, what you actually visualize. Although it might look scary, you might be daunted by it. Like, for instance, I've talked about before about seeing and visualizing myself being on stage, and it's something that I made to become a reality, as I wanted to connect to women's causes, and that came my way. So the visions are there for a reason. Why they're there for a reason, that is to challenge you to move towards it. And often the reason why you might be deterred from it is what I've mentioned, is the fear. It's also this thing where if you are stuck, for instance, as an example, in the rat race, you might be drawn to thinking it's almost going to be impossible. Who will actually buy into this? The person who needs to buy into that vision is you. And if you truly are strongly connected to your vision, your purpose, your reason why, and in implementing your goals, the likelihood is that other people will be drawn to what you're doing. So I hope this impromptu video has connected with you on some level. What I'm going to be doing in the next couple of weeks, rather than the new year, is also connecting with people who are looking to actualize their life vision, because I believe that don't wait for new year. Start what you want to start now, and then work towards January as the new year. Then you're kickstarting whatever energy you have to continuously be implementing whatever actions you want to be able to produce, but without having to wait until the new year. You're starting now and entering January more energized. That's what I wanted to say. So I'm going to be working with a group of people. So if you believe that you are this person who is ready and motivated to kickstart from this month, which we're in November, December, if you're really passionately want to change your lifestyle and have some form of way to continuously be consistent, then this group could potentially be the right one for you. I will drop a link below. Feel free to connect with me. Ask me any questions. What I want to do is to support people to see through to the stages of planning, and then to start take action on some of the goals within starting from day one, and then within 3 months to have actually achieved some of those goals. Not every goal, but the most meaningful goals, to start attacking those in small achievable goals. So I'm going to leave it here for now, and value you always, and thanks for being a subscriber and a follower, and look forward to connecting with you next time. Bye for me for now.